The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.
Welcome back. We have a simple dinner option that'll work perfectly for a Saturday night in front of Britain's Got Talent.
Shane Rigney from Riggers D8 is in charge of the kitchen today. Hello, sir.
Good morning, Chef.
Good morning.
How are you?
Guten Morgen.
You got a nice, simple try-bake dish.
Yeah. This is something that I've been cooking for myself, actually, for years. It's very simple. But it's just kind of like hits all the spots, throw everything into a pan, lash it onto a oven tray, into the oven, and then it's kind of done in like 20 minutes. So it's really quick. So
and it's packed with lots of tasty goodies.
Loads of tasty stuff. So it's a chicken and chorizo kind of tray bake with spuds, and then we have some herbs and peppers and preserved lemons. So that's the only kind of like snag that you might have. You kind of need to get those.
As opposed to fresh.
Yeah, because like it's the whole lemon, so it's preserved. So so you eat the whole thing, like the rind and the whole thing, but it's kind of being preserved and cooked out.
Right.
You know, and
never
like kind
seen
of
that
like
before.
Have you not?
Oh, fascinating.
Well, you're about to learn.
There, you learn something new every day.
education. All right, let's
So
get cracking.
I'm going to throw a couple of chicken breasts in, right? So what I've done is I've just kind of quartered them, so just down the middle and a half. So kind of nice big chunks. All right, so you just want to get a little bit of a brown on those. I'm going to throw in some peppers. So you can do these whatever way you want. If you want to chop them up finely, you can. If you want to just leave them, like these are roasted peppers that I've already roasted off.
But you can buy them in a jar, can't you?
You can buy them in a jar, or you
yeah.
can use fresh, just red pepper, right?
Okay.
So I just kind of rip these up, okay? So, like I kind of like them chunky, you know, a bit rustic, yeah? So just throw them in like that, whatever way you want.
And have you got rid of if you were buying the jar, would you get rid of the pickling liquor, or would you throw
just drain all that off.
Drain it off.
Yeah, maybe leave just a tiny bit if you're doing it like this.
Yeah.
Just to kind of, for a little bit of flavour. So just kind of like that. Or obviously, as I say, cut them up whatever way you want.
And you're getting the pepper in nice and early.
Yeah. Just get the whole thing in like all together. Like this is supposed to be really easy. So you get your pan on, you get it nice and hot, a bit of olive oil, do it all, throw it in the oven, come back in 20 minutes, and then dinner's on the table. So some chorizo.
Lovely.
So nice big diagonal slices. So that is about like say 5-6 pieces per person. What I do then is I want 3 cloves of garlic. So this is kind of for 2, so like a kind of clove of garlic per person. But if you really like your garlic, then I kind of do 3. I love garlic.
Yeah.
So I just want to smash this. So just peel the garlic, obviously, and then you can give it a bit of a chop if you want, but I nearly just kind of, for this dish, like to leave it quite whole.
Wow.
Okay.
Is the chorizo just the most amazing ingredient?
It's amazing because
it
just gives all the oils out, so it's paprika and garlic, so you're kind of mirroring those flavours. I always add a little bit more when I'm doing a dish with chorizo to kind of mirror it a little bit.
And do you like the spicier chorizo, or do you go with the mild one?
I use the mild one for like this dish. I don't want really spice in this. This is kind of like really flavoursome, so I don't really want the heat. So your preserved lemons, so they come like that, just in a jar.
Okay.
And they are kind of rare, like, so, you know, nice supermarkets like Super Value or like a Fallon and Burn in town or somewhere like that, you kind of do have to get them.
Good deli, okay.
Yeah, so you get a couple of those, and it's the whole lemon that's just been completely preserved, right? But it kind of softens up the rind and the skin.
Makes it edible.
So it makes it kind of edible. Where you can imagine eating like the rind of an orange or a lemon or a lime, you'd be like, Jesus. But I mean, so you can kind of chop these up any which way you want, but I kind of tend to kind of quarter one, and then the other one, just kind of give it a little bit more of a fine chop. So maybe half it, quarter it, and then
So you're getting 2 in there.
chop it again. So 2 in, so kind of 1 per person.
And the fact that they're preserved, does that enhance the flavour even more?
Yeah,
even more
really lemony intensely, but it kind of takes down like the really acrid kind of like citrusy vibe of it. So it's very lemony, but it's like not as like sharp as fresh. Does that make sense? So then spuds in. So these are just baby potatoes.
Have you cooked them already?
Now, I have parboiled them for just a couple of minutes, but you don't have to. Okay, so you can leave them in for about 25 minutes in the oven, and you don't have to parboil them. But if you want to, you can, right? So just let that all kind of come together. I'm doing a little bit of rosemary. Okay, so you can literally just chuck that in like that, and that's going to be your flavour. Or you can just kind of peel down 1 stalk.
yeah.
So just hold it at the top and kind of peel it down. And if you want, you can give it a rough chop, or just literally kind of bruise it and kind of, you know, gnarl it
release
kind of
the
in your
oils,
hands,
don't you?
just to release the
Yeah.
oils. Like, it's really, really simple. What else? So then I have a little bit of oregano. Sprinkle that over, a bit of teaspoon, and a little bit of smoked paprika to kind of mirror the flavors in the chorizo, right? So you let that cook off. So you get your sheet pan here, right? And I'm just going to do a load of oil. So a good generous dash of oil. And then what I have then is a little bit of salt and pepper. So just to season it up slightly. But this is really, really flavoursome, so you don't need loads, but, you know, to your own taste. So a little bit of sea salt and a little bit of black pepper, right? And then to finish it then, what I want to do is I have a little bit of sherry.
Oh.
So this is like a Pedro Jimenez or a Manzarella, so not like a cream sherry, like a good... I know sherry is like thought of as, you know, your granny drinking sherry, but like it's kind of a... It's
Great
coming
flavour.
back into, it's really good flavour, you know? So it's like fortified wine, you know?
okay,
So a little splash just to deglaze it. You can kind of hear how that brings it down.
yeah.
And then it'll bring all the flavours together. And basically, like that's your lot. So you could cook that off for about 5 minutes to get a bit more of a char and a bit more, you know, cooking on all the ingredients. But basically what you want to do then is just throw it all in.
Gorgeous.
So that's, you can see all that good stuff all in there.
Yeah.
All the lovely juices and everything.
And
then throw it in the oven.
That off?
So I'm going to do that at about 190, 200
Okay.
for 20, 25 minutes.
Very
So
good.
very quick. I mean, really, you're only just getting the kind of cooking process started on the hob.
Yeah.
I mean, you could kind of just throw it all into the oven straight
Yeah,
from...
and like
Very
you've
good.
done, it's chunky. You're not finely chopping anything. You just get it all in.
No, really quick, really simple, really easy. So there's one.
Really hot.
Really hot, yeah.
Here's one I made earlier.
Here's one I made earlier. So what I do is then, right, now I just like to throw some spinach over the top once it's been cooked, right? And what that does is it just gives a little bit of freshness, a little bit of vibrancy, a little bit of green, obviously, and you don't need to cook that off, just kind of let the heat of the pan just
That'll just wilt that
wilt
down.
down into it, right? So that's like literally it now,
Is
obviously.
this on the menu? In
Rigor C8?
Yeah.
No.
This is
You keep saying
yours
this
and
every
yours
time I
only.
come on. You're like, is this in the menu? And then people come to me every single time and I'm going, could I have that chicken and chorizo from this morning? Or could I have that... And it's like, no, that's not on the menu.
Well, that's why he says it, so people don't get confused. Yeah, that's why he asks.
I'm trying to help you.
But we've loads of lovely stuff on the menu. So you
Yeah,
come
it
in
would be-
today.
it would be
like
great on the-
I'm heading down to work now today, and Saturday will be a busy little day. So
How many people are going to ask for that today now?
How many people are going to ask?
It would be great on the menu, but like you say, it's just nice comfort food at home.
What we're going to do is we're going to do like a one-pot stew every week from now on, coming into the autumn, winter,
Yes,
the new
of course,
season,
yeah.
like loads of nutrients. And then what I want to do with that is I just want to get some basil then, some fresh basil, okay? And then again, you can do this whatever way you want. I just want to give it a really quick tear and just throw it over the top and then plate it
Let's
up.
taste
And
better
that's it.
colour.
Like, it's just
This looks the
a
best.
really, really simple, quick dinner. So do you want to have a little taste of that?
Yeah, we'd love to.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
so
Seeing as it's not on the menu.
one
like.
for yourself.
I'm not paying.
But it might be next week.
Eventually, there you go.
Actually, yeah.
Smells amazing, the basil.
That's one, and the preserved lemons are lovely. Like, they kind of, can I get one preserved lemon? See the way, so there's the
Yeah,
preserved
it's sort of
lemons.
broken down,
So they
isn't
kind of gnarl and break down.
Lovely.
And the flavours are just really, it's kind of tapas-y,
Yes,
you know, with the sherry as well. Like, so it's kind of like a very tapas kind of flavour.
Very
So
good,
it's slightly
thank you.
Spanish, so
Shane, how is it?
that's
There's
it.
a Mediterranean vibe to it
Yeah,
all.
he's
That's
loving
beautiful.
it.
It's
Simple and
absolutely
easy and
gorgeous.
very
The
quick.
lemons are amazing.
Yeah, the lemons are gorgeous.
Thank
I guess
Shane.
you could substitute fish into that if you wanted.
You absolutely could do like a hearty fish instead of the chicken. 100% would work really well.
All right, he's off. Thank you.
Shane, full recipe details up on the website, or just call into Riggers D8 in Dublin's Killanena, and Shane will sort you out for lunch. He's very good like that. Just
Yeah.
don't say to him, "Is that chicken and chorizo thing on the menu today, Shane?" Because
Check the menu beforehand.
Yeah.
All great dishes. Thank you, Shane.
Thanks, chef.
Now, knock, knock. Who's there?
there?
Deirdre O'Kane's here after the break in
Hey.
search of Ireland's funniest joke. We'll see you in 3.
The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.